Movie opens with confusing scene that will be shown later on in the movie cliché. Guy's dead, better stop the car. This movie shows anything involving days, years, months, and the number 3, but not the title of the movie. Also, some audience members would probably be saying, wait, I thought I was watching the next 3 days, not the last 3 years.
Women can do amazing things. I am one, I know.
Am I the only one getting aroused by this conversation?
You know what your problem is? Your brain is...
Scene does not contain a cat fight.
Oh.
The camera cut after that scene.
No, you can't do this every morning. It's way too corny.
Oh, come on, smile.
1 family photo per day? How much space can your home contain with thousands of photos over the years?
She's abandoning you.
Foreshadowing. Blood on the jacket. I'm not gonna say that's suspicious. She probably just cut herself or something. The doorbell and the cleaning of the jacket had perfect timing. Jesus, there's at least 10 cops in there. How much more do you need to arrest 1 person?
Daddy! Daddy!
Next 3 years, I'm guessing? Ty Simpkins isn't in a coma, hanging out with Iron Man, or getting chased by dinosaurs in this scene.
Did he say something mean? About Mom?
Yeah.
Did you hit him?
Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
Where'd you hit him?
On the playground.
I don't think we're talking about an actual playground. Luke probably kicked Sam right in his playground.
Rat bag. Give him Mom a kiss.
Luke is a dick to his mom.
You know, a fort? A door? Or a castle?
Jeez, I understand if there's a dissension here, but come on, at least acknowledge your mom's there by nodding your head. Is that too much to ask here? Next Royal Rumble entrant.
Everything is gonna be alright. I promise.
Unkept promises.
Think I'll ever kiss me again?
6-year-old kids get over things fast. Technically, you tapped him again, so now you're it.
It's kinda crazy, that little girl, right?
Girls are always crazy. The flashback is shown, but in the incorrect order, just to make the viewers believe it was Laura that committed the murder.
No decent lawyer would even file the pleadings.
Because they probably never even tried.
And then we went out to dinner. How do you do that if you just killed somebody?
This goes to my previous video on Taken 3. Probably the same person that went to buy a bag of candy and then some groceries and then went to commit murder. It could happen.
The fight in the office?
Everyone fights with their boss.
But this one ended up dead.
So?
Laura is not getting out!
Lawyer's a dick to his client. Nearly 30 seconds of crying. Also crying because you know the obvious failure cliche.
Should we write her back?
Can I have a quarter?
Changing subject because dissension.
Laura Brennan, she was sent up here. Brennan, Brennan.
Sorry, but you can't have visitors.
Well, if she's not allowed visitors, then why did you give John the call? Were you thinking, oh, John will be shocked by this, but he won't come to the hospital to see Laura. He knows better. Let's give it a shot.
And virtue is more important than virtue itself?
Yes, that's in there.
Not really narration because he's teaching a class, but if it relates to what we're saying right now, I'll still say narration. Liam Neeson ain't killing anyone in his only appearance.
But before you do anything, you have to ask yourself if you can do it. And if you can't, don't start.
So, yeah, don't be like me.
What do you have in your pocket?
2 Cokes and some chips. Want some? Liam Neeson is a dick to Russell Crowe.
Good luck.
Haha, Taken reference. Okay, I'm confused here. The last 3 months? Are we going backwards in time again? If we're continuing after the sequence, it should really say the next 3 months. John's pretty much looked at every surveillance camera in the police station, and the cops who are monitoring the place are not one bit suspicious of the one man who looked at every single camera since coming in and leaving. Coffee stains apparently break up the daily routine. It's just coffee. People spill it all the time.
The Allegheny County Jail is now the largest jail in the world. There have been 3 escape attempts in which no one has made it out alive.
Well, it's a good thing this pilot was able to give out this crucial information, or maybe John would be dumb enough to think that simply breaking Laura out of jail will be easy. Okay, I'm a friend of Ty Simpkins. He's a good friend, and I'm not trying to be a dick to him. But honestly, what was the point of this scene? John is creating his plan, and then randomly Luke is brushing his teeth. Was it just to see the cute kid or something? Does Luke have a habit of being blank-faced? This is almost the only expression this kid has in this movie.
I need some passports.
Piss off, man.
John goes ahead and purchases OxyContin just to ask for a passport? What? Once again, confused. Also, discount Snoop Dogg.
If I ever see your face again, you're gonna lose an eye.
You really thought you could trust them. Oh, now you lock the door?
I want nowhere to picture you.
Alert, alert, possible separation, alert.
I won't know where to picture you anymore.
Well, I guess that's where the conversation ended there. Laura boxer? What the hell? Boxer? Russell Crowe reduced to watching online tutorials like us all.
Door, but I just changed the locks.
Computer not really narration.
Turn and open.
Imagine if the bump key didn't work and John left his house key inside. The hallway is filled with students here. Does John think that none of them will be able to spot him when he's in one of the clumsiest hiding spots in history? Also, looking back to see if you're being watched while doing something you're not supposed to do and exposing a clumsy fashion cliche.
Here you go. Don't touch that.
Not to be racist here, but every black guy cop I've ever seen in movies are dicks. Also, I know the rule is to not touch the tray and let the cop do it, but man, John could have just been lending out a helping hand. You got a problem with that? Seriously, this is another one of those situations where the guy is clearly shown doing something illegal and he's not even trying to make it look like he's not doing it. Anybody who did not see this is blind. Even out of the corners of your eyes, you'd be able to see him. Nobody else heard that. And nobody else heard that either. That person probably guessed it was John, or she looked at him because it's Russell Crowe. Either way.
So you're where in here?
Emphasis on the H. You're obviously not black. Also, what the f*** is Santa Claus doing here? Random vomiting. Also, if John had to throw up, he should have tried to keep it down until he was out of sight from cops that are important to the story here.
So, we arrested his wife, and now we're going to charge the man with vomiting.
The guy threw up. Better stalk him. And for what? Did he accidentally vomit on a police car?
I don't know how you managed to stay single this long.
I don't know how you managed to stay single, cliche.
Luke was supposed to bring this home.
He has his father's memory.
If that means you have a bad memory, then how are you able to conduct your plan and know how you're going to break Laura out of jail and escape the country?
Come on, we owe you for the cookies.
That was Luke's idea.
She's in prison. She's innocent. She didn't kill that woman.
A simple "she's in jail but she's innocent" would be fine. The fact that you told this woman that Laura was convicted of murder really made this entire thing the most awkward conversation ever. Stalking. Wow, time really flies. The timer was not at the minute and a half mark 6 seconds ago. Clicking on this link would not take you to another YouTube video involving breaking into a car with tennis balls. That link didn't even mention tennis balls. Also, this YouTube video was fake, and in reality was proven to be fake on the TV show Mythbusters. Using a tennis ball can no way unlock a car. Well, John's lucky that the driver of the vehicle decided to flirt with some random girl just to give you time to escape the vehicle. Are we going back another 3 days?
You never even asked me if I did it. If I killed her.
Because I know you didn't.
Well, then you'd be wrong.
Holy sh**. Plot twist. But of course, we need to convince the viewers that Laura is guilty here, but come on, some of us expected this.
This will not be your life.
Unkept promises. More stalking.
I'll shoot you.
You can't even shoot a dog.
I'll kill you both.
Russell Crowe trying to be Liam Neeson, who probably gave him training on how to be Neeson earlier.
Go home. I'll come, I'll find you, and I'll kill you.
We interrupt the next 3 days to bring you Taken. Also, Kevin Corrigan owes Liam Neeson money for ripping off that line.
I don't want to die here.
Dying bad guy apparently stirs feelings of pity. Dog jump scare. Okay, we're back to the scene from the beginning of the movie, and from watching this, it makes me wonder why they showed this at the very beginning. All it was John driving away, bleeding with a random dying bad guy in the back seat who then goes on to die. And he goes ahead and leaves the dead guy at a bus stop. Well, that's fine by me, but it still doesn't answer why the creators of this movie decided to put this scene at the very beginning when it doesn't really advance the plot. All this random guy suffered was a bad case of Russell Crowe turned Liam Neeson.
We want to take him to the fall festival in Kutztown.
She didn't say that correctly. The U in Kutztown has the same sound as the 2 O's in book. Pocketing a load of quarters. Also, if only Luke picked up the quarters he dropped, the police would not suspect them going to Canada. Even a kid would find these actions suspicious, but I guess as long as you have a present to shake around, your dad's actions are normal. I dialed that number once. Same thing happened. When Laura's test results show her diabetes is dangerously out of control, she would not have been rushed to the hospital without first running a very quick and simple blood sugar test. Diabetics routinely test themselves several times per day, so the prison medical office would already have the test equipment on hand.
Tell him he's alone now, and his mom and dad are not coming back.
Guilt tripping. Cameraman forgets to pan down. Forceful kissing. John didn't give Laura even a hat for this situation. John didn't flip off the police officer when the train was moving. John isn't even trying to look unsuspicious after he and Laura get in the rental car. That one moment when you think, oh no, they're screwed, and then the cops just pass them. The car somehow avoided all vehicles and only made it to the edge of the road. 2 entire minutes of silence. Also, a busy highway would not suddenly be deserted just to allow time for this heartfelt moment. That idea would work if your wife was stupid, but she could go ahead and unlock the door and open it again. You can clearly see Chestnut Ridge Mountain in the background, putting them on Toll Route 43 outside of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. This is over an hour and a half from the Pittsburgh Zoo. When the family is leaving the Pittsburgh Zoo, the sign indicates to turn right for Interstate 79. However, Interstate 79 is about 15 miles to the west of the zoo. Also, it is suggested that Interstate 79 is the turnpike, which is a tolled road, when actually Interstate 76 is the turnpike and Interstate 79 is not tolled.
Are you sure $20 is enough?
Fooling the audience again.
Excuse me. Would you call this coffee?
More distractions just to allow our protagonist to escape. When John, Laura, and Luke board their flight, they pass through Canadian immigration. There are no such exit controls in Canada. Luck.
This guy's a teacher.
At a community college.
Not anymore, he ain't. Liam Neeson told John that he and his family would have to get to somewhere that doesn't attract Americans. Venezuela actually has an extradition treaty with the United States. What the hell, I got bored of ignoring you anyway. And now the cop heard a button pop, or at least the clinking of the button, so I guess Laura remains a convict forever. Also, even if the cop found the button, it wouldn't really prove anything. Alright, they're free now. John is still yet to smile. Will we see a smile before movies end? Oh, finally it says the next 3 days? So what happens in the next 3 days after these events? Can we have a sequel, please, entitled The Next 3 Years? One last thing. Why exactly is this movie called The Next 3 Days? Having watched this movie so many times, I know that a much better title would be The Run, or Escape and Run.